Oh no, I stepped away while we're recording.
Hey!
Oh,
Hello, everybody. Where is he? He's in the fire. Welcome to Storm King's Thunder, Session 8.
Heck
We
yeah.
are cruising, not as fast as I think we want. It's been a couple of weeks, unfortunately.
Never.
But we are already to Session 8, which is exciting. At the end of last session, I'll do a recap. But first, we all leveled up again.
huzzah!
So let's hear about the highlights from each of you. So whoever wants to start.
Someone else, please, because I need to grab my sheet and actually refresh myself on what I did.
As a reminder,
mine is easy. I
start with
got
Joe/Lucy.
stronger, so Lucy's muscles got even more muscly. I took the ability improvement, so she's got +4 strength now.
Awesome. And hit points.
Love that. Love
And
that.
hit points, yep. And just all around,
Good. Those are
badassness. But my weapon got corroded by that crazy
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Bob.
Sure
Our
did.
DM made us fight. So I'm a little mad about that, but I'm stronger now.
Nice. All right, Chris, JD.
Well, Rokas took a feat called the Ember of the Fire Giant, which twice per amount of time. I don't know if long rest.
Nice.
So it's proficiency long rest. I can substitute one of my attacks for a big area of effect attack that does 1d8 plus something damage and has a DC 15 check for a blinded condition on like a big area around him.
So you like explode bright fire,
Yeah.
kind of?
Yep.
Nice.
And it also gave me resistance to fire damage.
Don't fight fire giants. Got it.
Oh no, that's nonsense.
Awesome, and hit points, which is great.
Yeah.
Can we clarify? Are you using the 2024 rules for your character? No. Okay. All right.
Nope. So I used for
We talked about.
something. I'm using Big B Presents Glory of the Giants book for feats and subclass, which is still in 2014 rules.
Cool. All right.
Nice.
JD?
Yeah. Cornelius I did the ability improvement instead of a feat. I figured it would be good to give myself one more dexterity and one more constitution. Or no, not constitution. I went intelligence to round it off up to 18, so I get a +4 to all my spells.
There you go.
I then realized that as I sent a message to you, Brad, the D&D Beyond app, I was looking at my phone when I leveled up like each time, and it was kind of making me make mistakes on top of just my own never playing a wizard. So I actually was able to add 4 spells to my spell book because I had not added enough since then. Yeah. So there's one that I'm really excited for, but I kind of don't want to talk about it until I use it. So yeah, just more spells, and I rolled really low in hit points, so thank God I have a high constitution because I rolled like a 1 and got 4 hit points or something like that. So it's great.
I'll say Cornelius is going to feel a lot more versatile now with his extra spells that he should have already had.
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny.
All right, Eric, you ready?
Yeah, I am ready. So this character has not gone the way I thought that he would. So I took a 3rd level on Ranger.
Sweet.
So he's a rangy little boy, more so than he's a sorcerer little boy. But yeah, I took a 3rd level in Ranger, which unlocked a subclass, which is really cool. I am gonna keep it secret though. I think you're gonna see that Pip-Up is different in more than one way after his brush with death. So we'll just leave it at that, maybe. Spooky.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right. So that is the level up stuff. So that's level 4 for all of you. Don't get used to leveling up every session.
Right.
Wow.
You guys did a lot of work last time. So just to recap the last session, so you ran into the goblin leader. He was holding one of the villagers hostage and asked you to kill the blob, which you reluctantly agreed to save the life of that villager and the other villagers that were there. They agreed to release the villagers if you did so. You guys made it there, kind of ambushed, almost died. I think it said the one blob turned into many and then were none after you killed them because it kept splitting and splitting and splitting and killing you and good berries and killing you.
Yeah.
So Lucy ended up shooting the last one to survive at the end on basically the last turn possible, it seemed like. And everybody, their death saves were all good, and you guys got them up in time. You did notice Pip Up turn into a blue, cool-looking kobold who was unconscious. Only Percy and Lucy noticed that Cornelius was awake for a moment of it, but they tabled that conversation at the time. You guys rested up a little bit to at least look stronger for when you confronted the goblins to make sure they held up their end of the deal. They did. They ended up releasing 25-ish villagers. And then Lucy threatened to end their existence if they ever messed with Nightstone again.
It's true.
And Cornelius told them to Gum better drop off the other stuff other than the food that she had taken as like a good faith to the people of Nightstone. You have a drift globe. You cannot find out. You haven't figured out the command word yet. Rokas is trying every word he can think of. Morak introduced himself. He's the innkeeper, and basically revealed that, or was very sad when he learned that Lady Nandar died, but didn't want to say anything until everyone got back to the town. He also revealed that the woman you saved was the lady in waiting, Daphne Featherstone, who will be the next person to basically take over the management or the rule of Nightstone. And then at the end, basically, you made it back, and that's where we're picking up in Nightstone. If I missed anything, please let me know.
The only thing I noticed that was really funny from last time is there was a really funny moment where after the battle had just ended and Lucy was the only person remaining, she literally ran over to Pip, grabbed his pile of good berries, and was like, "All right, buddy, I'll see you in 6 seconds." And like ran up to someone else to heal, which I thought was a really funny moment, like in context.
Yeah.
There's something else I wanted to add too, but I think that was a good recap, Brad. Yeah.
Oh, you got poison mushrooms?
Poison mushrooms.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Which we found out throwing them did not do anything.
That's right.
It didn't feel great for it. I'll say that, but it was 1 point of damage, FYI.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. One point of clarification too. Now, Lucy, where is your mental right now with what you saw with Pip? Because like, technically lost the deception v insight battle. So like, where does that stand?
Say that again. Sorry.
Where is Lucy's head at with the whole Pip thing right now? Since she's technically like lost the deception versus insight just barely. Like, what's going through her head as far as that converse? Where's her head at with that like topic?
I think it's one of those that she saw it. She doesn't know if she believes what she saw.
Okay.
And she had to like put it in a part of her brain. Like,
okay.
I have to get through what's in front of me because then I can concentrate on this insane thing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Cool.
I think that's where she's at.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you. So we can share screen now, JD. Basically, it's just the set of Nightstone. What you see is Sindiri and Kayleen lowered the bridge once they saw the townsfolk. You all led them into town. They, the guards that were there hugged the people. Some of the people that they knew. There was reuniting happening. There was an assessment of the damage. There was a relief and then a dread of, oh my gosh, what the hell? This is way worse than we thought it was. There's dead bodies. There's other dead bodies that weren't there before. There's goblin dead bodies. The church bell is planted over a goblin they discover at one point. So you're just walking in there now, and you kind of see everyone just taking stock of what's happening. So I'll leave it there to see if you guys want to any type of interaction, either with each other or with others.
What time of day is it?
So it is about midday, I'll say. I think you got to the cave pretty early in the morning, and then a lot happened in the cave. So yeah, by now it's probably close to midday-ish.
I think as Cornelia, like as we walk in and we see the villagers kind of disperse and look around and things, he kind of says to the party, and I don't know if anyone's like, Alara's I guess she came with us, but if anyone's coming up to us, but Cornelius is kind of like, I think we should give them time alone and maybe take stock for ourselves.
Okay.
I could use some lunch.
That sounds like a good plan.
I
I'm
don't
here
know
for it.
about you, but I definitely need some rest.
But we also have more people to save. We can't just, call it a day.
No.
Yeah, so why don't you guys just all do a perception check real quick?
I don't know where any of my dice are.
Good start to a D&D session. Good start. RollD5ive. RollD5ive.
Crisis averted.
16.
Oh, and this is what I get for talking shit. Natural 1.
Suck it.
Dirty 20.
15.
So what's interesting is you don't necessarily realize that this, as you kind of walked out of the cave, I mean, all badly beaten and bruised, but most of you, other than Lucy, realize that, and if you look around, you don't see Rond anywhere. And Alara has been carrying like an extra set of boots with her that looked like super nice. Yeah, she's kind of hanging out, but she's also, when the villagers came out, she was also wrapped up in like hugging and talking and catching up with others. So I think anyone that rolled above a 15 noticed the boots on Alara, and everyone else but Lucy noticed that Rond isn't there.
Nice boots.
I think Pip's gonna go up to Alara. Yeah.
All right.
Alara, I noticed that Rond wasn't here. Did you see him after the cave?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. When the villagers came out, I was so happy to see all my friends still alive. I totally forgot to tell you. Pip especially. Is Pip okay? Pip up?
Pip's fine. Yeah, sure.
Pip. Rond, he left. He waited outside the cave with me, as he said he would, to make sure that you were all safe. And he did sneak in at one point and said, everyone, the villagers look to be handed over. And he quickly left. He gave me this pouch, and she gives you a pouch. And yeah, and she like takes off her back where she had tied the boots. She gives you a pair of boots.
Okay.
And he said, what did he say? He was forever grateful for your assistance in aiding him against the orcs, and he wanted to give you these boots to hopefully will aid you when you want to be undetected, I think is what he said.
Interesting.
Anyway, he didn't want to burden you with his problems, but he wanted to uphold the end of his deal and make haste back into the forest. So, as right before you guys left, he ran through into the forest.
Rokas is gonna
insight.
grab one of the boots and like put it up to his foot to see if it's gonna fit his feet.
Wait for Rokas.
Oh, wait.
Rokas, let me look at that.
And he like shoos you away and is like trying to still like looking to see if it's gonna fit.
It's a 14 for insight.
Okay. Yeah. She's genuine. Honestly, like her hesitation was just trying to remember what he said.
Okay. Okay.
But she, from what you can tell, she's 100% truthful.
It's a shame. I wish I could have held up my end of the bargain with him. I feel bad that we didn't work on his timeline.
He got the. I think he felt like you did enough. He was very. He seemed almost ashamed, but didn't want to again burden you. Is what it sounded like. Is what he said.
Well, thank
With
you.
any more of his troubles. I'm sorry. I should have told you right when you came out of the cave, but
No, there's been much going on. I think that it's good. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance.
of course.
And I'll do an Arcana on these boots.
Yeah.
I'll do the either aid or do the same. However you want to do it.
Just do your own separate Arcana on each boot that you have.
15.
17.
Yeah, they're magical. They're definitely magical. You're not sure exactly what they are. 17's pretty good, but you feel like I don't know. I feel like you would probably know if you put them on. You'd understand a little better, maybe.
I think Pip will toss them on.
Are you gonna? Rokas has one of them.
Rokas.
They clearly don't fit Rokas.
Rokas,
but
come here, boy. Come here. Bring the boot. Bring the boot.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
It was a good Rokas.
While you're putting them on,
Who's a good lawyer? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
he starts like shaking his leg.
Just like scratch behind his ear.
Yeah.
Like I'm so small, you have to like lean way over to do it. It's like, yeah, I'll Pip will put on the boots. I think he trusts Rond. I think they have that kind of connection where he's not going to think that there's anything going on here. So I'll pop those bad boys on. Yeah.
Okay, you turn into a blob. Just kidding.
A black blob of ooze.
You've been liquefied.
Yeah, you feel like you walk around a little bit and you are making no sound.
Cool.
Ooh.
Super sneaky.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So for you, and they fit to your feet like they magically fit to your feet.
I see. Yes.
So boots of elven kind is what
Cool.
you have now.
Cool.
You guys can discuss who gets them, but certainly Pip has them on right now.
Cornelius just kind of sees this happen and goes, "It looks like they fit you perfectly. So I think they're for you."
Maybe if we gave them to Lucy, she'd quit hating elves so much.
I don't want those anywhere near my feet.
Rokas is gonna get out his drift globe and just walk up to Alara and just like, "Do you know how to turn this on? I've tried." And then he just starts listing words, but none of them work.
No, I don't know. And then what you see is an older tiefling lady come up to you, and she is like, "Hello, darling. Looks like you found my globe there."
Your globe?
Yes, I had it.
He looks really distraught, but he hands it back to her.
Oh no, dearie. I think you can. I think you've earned it. You and your big muscles.
Oh, and then he just like flexes.
Oh, very, very strong you are. And she kind of like traces your arm muscle a little bit as she hands back the globe to you. Her fingers kind of like linger on it.
I want to do an insight check on this.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm just like, as Rokas's friend, I'm kind of like, what the hell is going on? A 10.
Yeah. What you're seeing is what's happening.
All right.
I bet you want to know how it works, don't you?
Yeah, yes, please.
Well, for all your hard work,
Oh wow.
This is
can,
awesome.
I can give you the words. Do you speak Infernal by chance? Not many do.
Yes, actually, and he says yes in Infernal.
Ooh.
Ooh, delightful. So, 2 words. First makes it levitate, and that is the infernal word rise. And then you see it rise up about to your shoulder length. And then to make it glow, you say the infernal word for shine. And then it bursts into a large ball of light. And those are the words, rise and shine.
And give God the glory.
He said demonic.
Oh man.
And then I don't know if this is actually part of the drift glow, but if you say night, it will turn off and drop. In Infernal.
Got it.
That is awesome.
Very cool.
Like, all right, sweetheart. I'm over in that cabin over there. If you ever want to give me more lessons.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And she leaves you, and she walks to the building that had those runes over the doorway that said if you enter hell or whatever,
right.
basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guys, I gotta go. I do something completely unrelated to what was just happening.
Is he actually leaving?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Wow. All right. As this is all going on, Pip's gonna turn to everyone and say, well, it looks like Rond went back to his own people. I do feel a little guilty. I feel like we should have been able to help him or follow him. What do you think?
Yes, we did promise. So I think I would have thought that's what was our next step.
Lucy?
I completely agree.
How about you, Selthor? Do you agree?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was listening to what Alara said, and like, those are his woods, right? Like, yeah, we maybe should go get him, but like, will we even be able to find him? I feel like he knows how to.
Just to make sure that everything's all right on his end with his people. We did say that we'd go and double check on his clan.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just it sounded like he definitely didn't want us to follow him, but if we want to try, I think, to make sure he's okay. I mean, I trust Alara. I trust everybody. I mean, I shouldn't trust everybody, but I definitely trust her. But I also trust all of you, and I also trusted you right away. But I also trusted Barda. Oh, Barda.
Lucy
anyway,
puts a hand on his back to like infer, take a breath.
Perhaps we should sleep on it then and see how we feel in the morning.
Yes,
I think we still do need to rest, correct?
Yes,
I think that's important.
Oh gosh, I mean, yeah, definitely. I wonder. I'm sure we could get in the inn. I don't know how many people need to go in, but like, that'd probably be good.
Yes, and maybe there's some food too.
I am quite hungry.
Yes, I'm ravenous.
Oh gosh.
Like a berry.
You want to go talk to that lady? You seem
berries
in that ravenous.
It's a dragonborn thing.
Oh. Wow. I'm just.
So is Morak going towards the inn? Is that what's?
He's already. Sorry, yeah, he already went to the inn when you guys are all talking.
Yeah, but I'm down for a long rest and stuff if that's what we're talking. I wasn't sure how we feel.
I am too.
I
I
do think
need
that
one.
is the plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, since I'm not used to like being in control, just let me know if you need me to scroll up or like if I should, if noticing on the screen or whatever.
Okay.
Because I usually just look at the map with the little like window of whoever's talking up in the top right. So.
All right, so you're approaching the inn.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. So if you go in, you'll see Morak is in there. Just as a reminder, he's a broad-shouldered man with blonde, kind of slicked back hair, loosely slicked back, not like greasy slicked back. Full beard. Definitely, you haven't seen it, but a big wide smile. He looks sturdy but kind, for sure. And he definitely gives you a little more of a grin than you saw before when you first were coming out of the inn. And he was kind of, again, like leading the people out as the informal leader of the captured group. And he says, "Oh, welcome."
Thanks for everything. For welcoming us to the town again.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you know.
You are our saviors. You deserve a feast. You deserve a celebration. You deserve rooms. You can have any room you'd like in the inn. Maybe others might be displaced from their homes, so we'll see if you need to crowd together just to make sure everyone has a place. But please, looks like I've got some cleaning up to do, but you're all welcome. Oh my gosh. And he goes to shake each one of your hands. Where's the big guy?
He's out having some fun, I think. Blowing off some steam, you might say.
Oh, very good. That makes sense. Kind of, even though the town's in ruins. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hey, I kind of need him to. Got a couple boulders to move out of here. It can wait. It can wait.
I'll
Come on in.
I'll make sure he gets that done. I can even take a look too. She kind of flexes a little bit. I'm pretty strong these days.
And I'm not as weak as you might think.
I don't think that. So yeah, you want to help him move out some of the boulders from the inn?
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, let's just do strength checks. Let's see how it goes.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh, that's not good. I'm weak. I need food. I rolled a 6 to start.
17.
All right. It's definitely one of those things where you're like carrying it, Lucy, and Cornelius, you're like kind of pushing it along.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like there's not enough for two of us to really do it, but I'm trying my best to look like I'm helping.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to roll it kind of out of the doorway down towards the center of town.
Cool.
We'll say, but yeah, I think Morak is, but he's insistent. So no, we need to do something. But, yeah, I get you're tired. It sounds you look pretty beat up, but we need to celebrate you. We would not be here if it wasn't for your crew. Do you have a name? Crew, a group name, or are you all individuals still?
Do we have a name yet?
The Flying Seas. No, I'm just joking.
I don't understand the context.
Yeah. Inside joke. You had to be there.
Oh no, it's fine. We could just call you Cornelius, Lucy, Pip-Up, Salthor, and Rokas. And we'll say it again. Yeah, that's fine.
We'll workshop it. It's a work in progress.
I think Salthor should have a say because he's technically our leader.
Yeah, like, what could we be called? Because we're all so cool, and awesome. Are we a team? Are we a team officially? Because I feel like Rokas needs to be here for all a team. We got to do this together. But also like, yeah, we should definitely think about it. I don't know.
What
Do you know?
Rokas is doing right now, we don't want to be a part of. So
Right. I shouldn't
If
get him.
if we all go in the same direction, then maybe we call ourselves Same Direction.
Oh, like we're going all in one direction. So we're going in the same direction.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
almost like
just-
we're all in sync, you know?
Yes.
It's like
God. Did we throw that boulder in the back street or?
And some of
I
us are
think we
from the
did.
back street, so
Yeah.
I don't know, like I feel like I've taken a whole 98 degrees since I started.
Southor, I'm gonna enjoy watching you go from a boy to man, boys to man.
Yes.
So close.
So
Uh,
close.
hey, can we just lower
I've
his
al-
name
I've
to
always
Sal? Like Seal, but Sal?
I've always been jonesing for some brothers.
Man. Anyway, so you don't have a name yet. That's fine. Oh my gosh. Have you been to the keep?
No.
No, because I don't want
What's
no
wrong with the
scrubs.
Yeah, we were at the keep. We were.
Were you ever at the keep before
Yeah.
you saved
Yes,
us?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
were
did
at
go to
the,
the keep.
that was all out of character. Yes, we were at the keep.
You
Yes,
said
we were at the keep.
I thought you meant since we arrived back in town.
no. And you see his face gets a little more like the jovialness kind of wears off for a second because he remembers. Now, you said Lady Nandar no longer with us.
Yes.
That's correct.
Do you know what happened?
Do you really want to know?
I mean, there was goblins, there was giants, boulders. Just is she in the keep now?
I can't say for certain, but that's where we saw her last, was in the keep. The guards who
Before
are
you-
here will know more than we do.
Before your feast, which you will get, I should find Daphne and make sure that she's okay, so that she is prepared. If you'd like to join, she may have questions.
I would be happy to join.
I can assist you, Lucy.
Thanks, Pip. She kind of like turns her head a little bit as she looks at Pip, like, I'll think about it later.
He's gonna just like look up to the sky and like stare up to the sky.
This lady that Cornelius is like, you said something about food.
Yes. When I return, I'll make sure there's food.
I guess I'll go with then.
While we're walking, Pip's gonna look in that bag that I also got from Alara.
There are 20 gold pieces in
Cool.
there.
As I near this area, can I do a perception just to see what kind of things I'm hearing are happening?
Oh,
Go ahead.
Cool.
You don't need a
God.
perception. You don't need a perception. Just think about Act 1 of Baldur's Gate 3
oh no.
Oh,
in the town.
God
That's all
damn
you
it,
need.
Chris.
It was a 6, so I don't.
Does that mean we're rolling initiative? Because that's what happens in the game.
Yeah.
If you
A
come
lot
knocking,
of
baby.
people. What you hear as you walk through town is a lot of people moving heavy furniture, like back and forth. It seems like rapidly, and then other people cleaning, dusting stuff around. You see a couple guards, disposing of dead bodies. There's a fire pit that's being started for like the goblins and the Zenarim, honestly.
Yeah,
and
we've
yeah,
got
they're
quite the
kind
body
of-
count right now, actually.
Did you say what is it?
No, we've got quite the body count.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we've been fighting.
Oh, I thought you meant body count in a different way. Like,
No, that's just one for now.
The Rokas way.
Yeah, that's just one that we know of.
All right. So yeah, you hear a lot of rebuilding and a lot of scuffling, we'll say.
some CrossFit.
Yeah. So Morak kind of leads you up the path to the keep.
Is Southor coming with us too, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what you see is, as you enter, right behind Morak, you see Alara and Sidiri standing kind of solemnly as Daphne's like bent over top of the body of Lady Nandar, crying pretty heavily at this moment. And Morak looks at Alara and is like, did you tell her on the way? And she says, yes. It's best to give her a few moments. If I know her well enough, she'll collect herself pretty soon. But for now, let's give her a few moments. Does everyone pause for a few moments?
Yeah. Lucy actually says, let's step back and allow her to grieve.
Yeah, I just stay solemn and quiet too.
And Lucy kind of backs up just a little bit. Probably looks at Southor and just says, like, how you feeling after everything? You bouncing back?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm good. This is like super sad.
That's pretty sad.
But like, I also try and think about all the people that could be dead that aren't. And like, we did that, which is pretty cool, right?
I like that about you. I like that you have that optimism. It hasn't been beaten out of you yet. And Lucy just kind of smiles and turns the other direction.
Oh, well, I hope it never gets beaten out of me. Oh, you're not looking at me anymore. All right.
Cornelius just chips in and says, "Yes, it's about who we can help, not those who we lose. But
Right.
We can never forget those we lose."
Yeah, right. So you see Daphne get up, kind of, wipe her tears, eyes still pretty red. She looks at Alara, maybe a little more like sad, if you will, like longingly, like, I can't believe this happened. And then she notices Morak and the group behind and composes herself a little bit, and comes over and, trembling right when she was in the cave at knife point from the goblins and like whimpering and like got pushed over to you guys as you were like checking her out, Cornelia. She's definitely more shaken now. She's very composed, very stoic, if you will. She can't hide the sadness behind her eyes, but other than that, she is, as you would expect of someone in her status. She said, she looks at Morak and said, I'm glad you are well. And to you all, I cannot thank you enough for what you have done. We were sure Lady Nandar sent for aid to save us, and learning that she had passed. Oh, hello. There's the other one.
Hey.
So I'll start over. Thank you all. No. Learning that she had passed, and yet there were still others that were willing to come save us. We are indebted to you. Just thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And Morak kind of nods in agreement. And she just kind of looks at you all for a moment.
Job is not over.
Hmm?
Still have more people we can save, right? We need to head over and help the elf town.
Elves?
Wasn't that the next?
No, that's Daphne. She doesn't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yes, we told Ron that we would go and make sure that his encampment was in good spirits.
The elves were here? In Nightstone?
They came for refuge. They are being chased by orcs.
They must have been pretty desperate to come here.
It
Yes.
was a hard-fought battle.
did
Been
you
a
need
day.
not see all the orcs outside?
It's, you know, when you've been through what we've been through, I only noticed what I wanted to notice, maybe, which was the people and the keep. And yeah, now that you mention it, right, there were quite a few orcs out there. Wow. Okay.
Yes, and Rond made it clear that they came here quite with many reservations. It was a matter of just emergency. So maybe, perhaps, the shared plight of two peoples might make you remember that you might be able to help one another in the future.
Yes, definitely. There were some quarrels between Arm Deep Forest Wood Elves and the Nandar family in Nightstone, but Lady Nandar was able to create a ceasefire, if you will, maybe not an alliance. So the fact that they came here seeking aid, and I'm so glad that we were able to give it. Yes, that is. I think we can definitely keep that in mind in the future. And Morak leans over to her. We must tell the townspeople of Lady Nandar's fate. And I think we should also celebrate these fine adventurers as they saved us. Definitely. I think that is a wonderful idea. I will announce Lady Nandar's death this evening, and we can also celebrate our saviors. But before that, you all look like you might need weapons. Yours look pretty shitty, if you don't mind me saying.
Lucy
And I think
growls.
I think it is befitting that you saved our lives. We can spare a few weapons if you'll follow me. And she takes you to kind of like, we're not going to go anywhere, inside the castle. Keep. She takes you to an area where they basically, like an armory, where they hold other weapons. So,
Cool.
one each, please. And there's some simple weapons and there's some martial weapons in there. So you're willing, you're able to take, within reason, a martial or a simple weapon.
Any of our choosing?
I'm just looking at like cost. Yeah.
Obviously magical and super fantastical and rare, right?
Yeah, of course. No, any simple weapon or any martial weapon of your choice, they pretty much have a lot of, clubs, great clubs, hand axes, javelins, maces. They have like a couple like axes, a couple mauls, a morning star, a couple rapiers, some short swords, stuff like that.
I'll take the antimatter rifle.
And there is one antimatter rifle in the back, so yeah, that makes sense.
I think, is there a great axe?
Let me roll for it.
Okay. That I'll snag them all.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'll take that great axe for sure.
There's one great axe.
Yes.
Salthor takes a maul and switches out his like -4 maul.
I think Pip's just
Rokas,
gonna
Pip
Pip's gonna grab a quarterstaff just to have a backup in case he needs one.
Do they have bows?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need a bow, but might take a. Do they have any whips? Take a whip.
Could have used that a few minutes ago, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just wanted you to be like, I don't want to whip. Like, just go down the list and be like,
There are like 3 whips in the corner that look like there's dust over them. But yeah, there's whips.
Yeah, I don't need a whip. I'll just take another hand axe. I'm pretty sure I broke one of mine. I don't really remember, but that sounds right.
Right. Okay.
I'll take a sling.
No, actually, I remember. I broke my my battle axe. I'll take one of those.
Oh, there was only one. Or no.
That was a great axe.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, you're good.
Or a long sword, something like that.
Yeah, you can grab a longsword
Or a battle axe.
or a battle axe.
Just pick one.
Brad, if I take a sling, do they have like bullets, like rocks that I can use for my sling? Because I'm running low on darts. Is all I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. I think they have. Yeah, they have like a sack of balls next to a sling.
Okay, cool.
Is that what you're taking?
Yeah.
Just tell me that. No, you don't need that. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, update your stuff. You guys all have a new weapon.
Cool.
I'm sorry, we have cats everywhere. Lady Nandar loves them.
They
So
of
do
the
I.
Jamie breed?
Honestly. Okay, so she kind of looks at you all. I need to prepare for this evening. Is there anything you would like to speak about? Or anything before I take my leave?
We're still talking to Daphne. There.
Yeah.
No, thank you for the axe. I lost my last one.
I understand. That's the least we can do.
I look at everyone else and I go, there might be one thing, but let us talk to ourselves, and we may have something we'd like to speak to you and the townspeople about.
Oh, okay. I'll be getting ready. Sidiri will stay right here in the foyer, if you will, and just approach whenever you'd like.
Oh, Lucy wants to ask if the blacksmith might be able to repair damaged armor. And like points to her chainmail.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This isn't my department. Morek's like, the blacksmith is no longer with us.
Oh, so his son then, his squire.
Same.
Oh,
Daughter?
yeah. we can keep going, but
Whoa, Rokas, you settle down.
I don't know what that means, but no, we're not that large of a town. There aren't. No.
No, it's no problem, and don't take that as ungratefulness. I'm very glad for this weapon and for the support.
course. All right. Let us take our leave. If you guys have anything else to ask Lady Daphne, now Lady Featherstone, that's new. We can return, of course, but for now, let's get you a snack before the feast, and you can chat amongst yourselves or whatever you need to do back at the inn. Unless you do whatever you want. You guys are the talk of the town. This is your town, basically. Whatever you want to do. But that's where I'll be.
And then Brad, she said to let Sidiri know after we talk, or her.
Well,
or
basically,
either way.
Sidiri's just going to be at the front of the keep.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, she doesn't want to make you have to wander around the whole
Gotcha.
keep to try and find her, essentially.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
I want to share my thoughts with everyone else.
Are you back at the inn, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Oh yeah, I guess I'll do that when we get back to the end. But whatever anyone else wants to do.
I think Lucy would want to meander to the end. She's also wondering if we should call ourselves the Nightstoners, the heroes of Nightstone.
I think the night boners is probably like the more
Oh,
appropriate.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no, you're the reason for it.
But I was sneaky. No one knew.
Everyone
were
knew.
not sneaky. Yeah. No.
So Rokas is gonna try and talk Alara and her companions to joining the Order of the Gauntlets in our town that is called. I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
so you can talk to Alara about it. I think you already did once.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it briefly, but she was like worried about the town folk first.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can talk to Alara. She's the only one around right now.
And I don't know if Chris, like I said, that was going to be my pitch as well. So I don't know if. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you guys say? And then I could go talk to Alara.
Basically that, yeah, like they have no town at this point, and we all have our own reasons other than just helping these people to get them to Temple's Landing, or some of them to Temple's Landing. So I was gonna say, like, we should not necessarily be like, hey, we want you to come here for our own benefit, but like also like you need homes and you need protection, and there's room in Temple's Landing. So like, why not, while you rebuild, have a port, a job, and there's a port. So if they need imported materials or whatever, like kind of a, an everyone wins sort of situation.
Sure, let's just have that conversation now. I agree.
Okay. What does everyone else think and feeling?
I think Lucy's not so interested in that, so I think she'll split off and ask Morak if there's anything else that she can do around the inn, like anything else to move, clean. Like I think she wants to be of service. So that's what she'll be doing.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll gladly take the help. Fixing the tables, moving the chairs around, just kind of start preparing some whatever he can find for food, stuff like that. So like a sous chef or a right hand person.
She'll give it a shot.
Cool.
So were you wanting to talk to Alara or to Daphne?
Talk to Alara.
Okay. Well, why don't you do that, and then I might talk to, like, you have your like a two-prong, like try and sway them, multiple of them, to this idea rather than just like just one person. Yeah.
Bang bang.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll approach Alara then and just ask her if she's given any thought to joining the Order of the Gauntlets in Temple's Landing.
I thought about it. I was planning on. It feels like there's a lot to do here, a lot to rebuild.
There's a lot to do in Temple's Landing too, and your expertise and knowledge of this attack might prevent the next one.
Why don't you roll a persuasion check?
Okay. With advantage?
Let's start with straight up for now.
Persuasion 9.
Yeah, you make a good point. There's still so much work that needs to be done here. I don't know if abandoning the town is best for the people here.
But you're a soldier.
I am, and if they get attacked again, they're going to have one less soldier.
Well, that's true. But if, they've come here, the Giants, they came here, they got what they wanted. I don't think they'll be back. But that's not that's not the case for countless other towns in the area, or maybe even Temple's Landing itself. They all need you more than this place needs you to hammer some nails.
All right, go ahead and roll another check.
13.
Let's talk again in the morning.
Okay.
Captain Maxwell is a friend of mine, and I if he asked me to come, and you make some good points, maybe I will, but I don't know yet. I'll sleep on it. Let's have a conversation in the morning.
To that point, Siddlar, I had a question for you.
Oh, yes.
Now, I don't know if you knew anything about the stone in the center of the town. Did you?
You know pretty much what everyone else knows. There was a faint magical aura around it. It was obsidian with some runes on it, but nothing more than that, personally.
Just to reiterate what Rokas was telling you, I don't think the Giants attacked this place randomly. From what I can tell, the fortifications here are sound. This town won't miss you. Obviously, they will. They'd be a boon to have you
That's
here.
harsh.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's bad.
No, you misunderstand. Obviously, they'd be happy to have you. But I do agree with Rokas that your skills could be better served somewhere else. I don't think having just you here as a protector is going to benefit them in the long run. Whereas someone of your talent and skills could be used in better means elsewhere. Just a thought. I was sent here to investigate that stone, and I have a feeling that's part of the reason why they came here in the first place. So now that they have it, I don't think that they'll be back.
Oh.
Not sure if that helps your conviction or not, but just thought I'd put in my 2 cents.
Why don't you roll a persuasion too?
Who else is nearby?
Selthor's near. No, actually, Selthor saw Lucy, so he's like, "Yeah, I can help too. That'd be great. Oh man, I can straighten this box. Oh man, I know how to cook potatoes. I can peel them even if we don't know how to peels."
So it's just Rokas?
Yeah, it's just you three.
Okay, in that case, I guess Rokas, do a perception check. I'm doing persuasion?
Yeah.
Whew, hot diggity. How's a 22 sound?
19 for my
Nice.
perception.
Damn.
Well, I'll talk about you first, I guess, Rokas. You hear Pip, like, do something. Like, like he's kind of like says something under his breath, and you see him do like a little like flick with his wrist like behind his back a little bit. I don't think you know exactly what it is, but he's doing something.
I mean, with your role, I think Alara's body language is like nodding.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the town rascals.
Sorry, I'm interested.
Group
Are those
of
the Backstreet
villagers,
Boys?
Kids. Yeah. They're in the back streets over there.
No, they're the new kids on the block.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. This has been fun. Yeah, I think Alara like shifts her weight a little bit, and like she really like is agreeing with what you're saying. And like, yeah, I need to talk to. I don't have it. Do I have his first name here?
Who?
Anyway, she says the captain's first name. Is like, I do need to talk to him.
Captain Maxwell.
Yeah.
Feel free to join us when we head back.
I also know that he will take all of your entourage and give all good jobs with helping defend the area and the town. And who knows, maybe you'll end up back here someday, but
It's a good point. Morak said we're gonna have a feast. Maybe I'll ask him while we're there. The other ones.
Sure.
All
I'm
right.
gonna use that as a segue to me trying to tell Morak that. Okay. So I guess I'm like trying to look like, well, I'm trying to help, but I'm also trying to like chat him up, and kind of like the same things like, I'm sorry, what's the name of the inn again?
I think it's like the it's his last name, I think. Or that's just the Nightstone Inn.
Gray? Oh, the Nightstone.
No, it's just the Nightstone Inn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, as we're working, I'm kind of like, Mr. Gray, Morak, may I?
Oh yes, of course.
I just would like you to know that as someone who appreciates fine cuisine, the Nightstone Inn, I don't know if you know, but has gained quite some acclaim. I mean, people all the way in Temple's Landing talk about the fine fare of Nightstone Inn, and I just thought you'd like to know that you are gaining quite a following on what we're starting to call the social talks.
Oh. That'll never catch on, I'm sure.
No, but looking around, and I'm sorry for your town, but
yeah,
I'm hoping that you might consider bringing your talents to Temple's Landing and I hold up my hands like while we rebuild and while you rebuild Nightstone, so you aren't frankly sitting in something that's just a reminder of the tragedy that has befallen this town.
I mean, if I leave, who's gonna care for the people here? This is the main source of food and drink.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I guess I'm jumping ideas. I think everyone would have a place in Temple's Landing. You see, Temple's Landing has undergone an expansion that has not quite taken hold, but it is a port town, and frankly, there are many vacancies, and I'm sure the fine mayor of Temple's Landing would be more than willing to house you and your townspeople while you rebuild and perhaps a more solidified economic and personal relationships could be created during that time.
They can handle 30 plus people?
I can't say for sure, but I know that they could take some, and they definitely would take the fine, well, patron wouldn't be the right word, but overseer of the Nightstone Inn, and you might be able to turn some ears your way.
Huh. I don't know. I mean, this is my home. I serve Lady Featherstone now. I can't. I wouldn't want to abandon her. Of course, ultimately, it would be her decision on the rest of the town. Everyone can make their own decision. I'm sure, but we got beat up pretty bad. It doesn't mean we should just run away. It's a pretty good spot. I mean,
I don't mean abandon your home. I simply mean think of a temporary sort of addition to your commute.
Why don't you roll a persuasion for all that?
Okay. Yeah. I specifically chose not to increase my charisma just because I think it's funny to have a 9 charisma. So yeah.
Yes, I love it.
So that is a 9 total. Or wait, let me make sure based on, because I forget what I persuade. Oh, actually I did. So it 11 actually. That is
Okay.
one of my main skills.
That's going to take more consideration. It's pretty dire right now. I wouldn't want to make anyone to make a decision on a purely off emotion. So,
Of course.
including myself.
Yes.
I appreciate it, of course. I appreciate all of you, but maybe we can chat later. Maybe tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. I just hope you consider it planting seeds, if you will.
Yes, and of course we'd have to talk to Daphne. If she's the one to talk to. If we really want to change anyone else's mind, I think they would follow our new leader now.
Understood.
Anyway, can you hand me that pot? You've been talking and not doing a lot of actual
of
stuff.
Course.
Thank you. I appreciate the help. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, so he goes about his business. And Alara's kind of just like checking in on people, seeing what they're all doing. Is there anything you guys want to do?
That was my only agenda item. Sorry.
Pip is sleepy.
Yeah.
If you try and go up to your room, Morak's going to stop you. Not yet. Hey, hold on. We have a meal.
How much longer?
Maybe 1 hour. Alara, Belthor, can you start gathering the townspeople? And you two, Cornelius and the mad one, can you grab the table and start taking it outside? And basically start getting everybody. So everyone's gonna gather.
Outside, it sounds like.
Yeah. This is gonna be an outdoor feast.
Ooh.
Basically, like right in the center, right by where the Nightstone was. We're gonna say Barda's moved.
Okay, I was gonna say right by the dead person.
Yeah. No,
Ooh,
she's gonna be all the like the guards and everyone is going to be like they're gonna go over to the graveyard. But
Hell
there
yeah.
we go. So Sidiri's gonna get Daphne. They're all going to come down. We don't have to move everybody, but basically, everybody is going to gather. All the survivors are going to gather in the center of town. Morak and you are all helping grab kind of some of the food and bringing it out. There isn't a lot of variety because of the damage that was caused to the inn. There's a lot of potatoes. There is a pig, as you can see. Nice pig roast. There's some apples. Oh, yeah. During this time, by the way, there's also been people running around trying to gather all the horses that you guys let out. Get them back in the stable.
Yeah, about that.
This old guy is like cursing, and like, how the hell would let all these damn freaking horses out? Not gonna get every single one. Where's Larry? Larry's such an ass. Like pulling on one of the horses, and they're like not following him. Anyway, time to eat. So they all.
Was the feast improved by anything that a goblin left by?
What's funny is
It's that RPGer in me.
I know. Kayleen does notice who's in the tower. You see when she actually comes down, she has a sack in her hand, and basically says to Morak, "Hey, I've got some of your supplies. Looks like some little goblin was dragging it over here. I don't know what was up with that, but I was gonna shoot her, but she looked scared and weak and just dropped the bag and ran. And yeah, it has pots and pans and cups and stuff inside of it. No food, but all the other stuff that they said they would leave for you. So Gum Gum did drop off her stuff.
Sweet.
As
Look at
she was
that.
told.
Yeah, look at that, Pip.
Nice.
So yeah, like I said, a lot of potatoes. That's probably what they had the most of. Some variety of pig, but it's mostly just hearty, simple food, corn, different things like that. Everyone gathers. You see Rokas Destiny is her name. The older lady tiefling kind of like run her fingernail across your back as she walks by you and sits like
Wow.
like diagonally from you so she can make eyes at you.
Oh,
As she like kind of sips her little goblet of you don't know what. So you're right. It's basically like a big like feast, like bunch of tables pushed together. The whole town basically sitting around these long tables. This long table, like a Thanksgiving feast type activity, passing around bowls of stuff, and everybody, although some seem somber and maybe distant, others are a little more happy. The kids are poking around and playing, and it seems like a relief. And you see Daphne at the head of one of the sides of the table, as composed as she can be. There's people asking about where's the lady, fearing the worst, but no one really wants to ask per se. So a few minutes in, Daphne will stand up and get everybody's attention. And basically, I don't have a speech prepared or anything, but she's basically going to let everyone know of Lady Nandar's fate. Tell them that as the lady in waiting, she will assume her responsibilities. And Sidiri and Kayleen and Alara will be the head of the guard for the time being, as they fought valiantly against the incursions of the town, and helped aid these fine adventurers in saving them. And then she raises her glass, says, "To our heroes, our unexpected heroes. Without them, we would not be alive, and we would not have a town to come back to. So 3 cheers for the Backstreet Boys." Is that what you?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
To Cornelius, Lucy, Rokas, Pip Up, and Selthor. Hey, everyone cheers.
Hey.
Drinks their drinks. People get up and shake your hands, kind of like rub your shoulders. A couple kids run up to you, kind of hug your arm and like run away. Cornelius. One little kid goes up to Rokas, is like, "Are your muscles real?"
Nope. They're
Can I-
fake.
How'd you get them? How'd you get them on there? They look real.
I have this thing that inflates them.
Hey.
If you touch them, they might pop, so be careful.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're so tall. I want to be as tall as you one day.
Well, you can be, and I'll just like pick them up and put them on my shoulder.
Nice. Very cool.
Oh, Mom, look how tall I am. Can I get down now?
Well,
It's just a little-
once you're this tall, you can't just shrink.
It's very scary.
And then he starts like going through
Mm.
doorways.
Oh no.
What are you doing,
Finally-
swing?
Yeah, no, he just like go through doorways, so he has to like really duck down,
Ah!
but like make it look like he's maybe gonna hit the kid's head, the doorway, but doesn't.
He's like gripping your face, super tight. This isn't worth it. And he jumps off, and he takes 2 points of damage and almost dies.
Well, I'll catch him and then put him
okay.
down.
Oh gosh! Wow, you're my hero. And he runs away.
I know.
But yeah, so that's the scene. Yeah, if you guys want to have any conversation or talk to anyone, the whole town is basically there.
I would have loved if the kid was like, "Are you my new dad?"
Are you?
One of my characters already has a surrogate family.
Yeah,
Nothing
that's
real
true.
crazy.
It's true.
That is true.
Cornelius is just like salivating over the pig and like looking around, waiting for everyone to sit down and get ready to like dig in. So he
Rokas just shoves him out of the way and grabs like a giant pig leg and just chops it off and just starts eating it.
Make sure there's enough for everybody.
It's a big pig.
Okay, let's eat.
You can be a big pig too.
Are you fighting?
I was trying to do the Lion King thing and then just dig into it.
Perfect. Go for it. Yeah. So you're eating. It's delicious. Everyone loves it. So yeah, as the hour or so goes by, there's some merriment, some conversation, all the stuff kind of we went over. And then yeah, everyone starts to get up to retire to their homes or wherever they're going.
Are we drinking beers like ale?
Go to bed without kissing me?
Yes, there's ale and water and some cheap wine he found.
So I think Lucy's gonna have like 3 or 4 ales. She's drinking like a dwarf, right?
yeah.
And probably as she starts the 4th one, and she sees people starting to get up to leave, she stands up, she slams her mug on the table twice, and then starts humming like Gregorian chant-ish, but I mean she has a female voice, right? So it's not as guttural as all that. But she's singing a dwarven song that kind of starts off as like a low hum and then goes into this kind of somber song. And it's a song that her and her family used to sing while they were mining.
All right.
And she's singing it in like pure dwarvish.
Cool.
The Rokas also speaks Dwarvish. Does he know this song?
Why don't you roll for it? I think
What do you want me to roll?
Say I doubt it, right? But maybe.
that's what I think it'd be a
History?
pretty high. Yeah, like a
History?
history pretty high. Like, had you ever heard this song?
10.
No, I don't think you know the song.
Oh.
I would imagine, based on like a performance role, that you are either like doing a pretty good job humming along, or like it's hilariously not going well. If you wanted to go down that road, but
Yeah, he'll just listen.
So yeah, you see people who maybe started to get up, pause, and look over. Others sit back down, and just either sway along or close their eyes and kind of feel the music and enjoy what you're doing.
awesome. I think near the end, she has a couple tears that come down, and she wraps up the song, and she sort of finds herself back in the moment as she opens her eyes and looks around. And she just holds her mug up and says, "Remember moments like this, and hold on to that memory." And like puts her mug up in the air, and then downs it.
Nice. Okay. Others down their drinks that they have. Out of curiosity, what's everyone's passive perception?
13.
9.
11.
What?
Yeah, she dumb.
What was that, JD?
11.
Rokas, you're the only one that notices Pip Up is tiptoeing away. Oh, actually, do you have advantage because of your boots?
That's with advantage.
Oh, okay. Pip Up is trying to sneakily go back to the inn. But you're the only one that notices.
Rokas doesn't care. He's
Okay.
also drinking pretty heavily.
Got it. All right. Yeah, everyone is retiring back to their rooms. And you see kind of everyone start to disperse. And at one point, it's just you, the main party. Daphne, excuses herself to take her leave. Tries to go back up to the keep with Sidiri. And Kayleen kind of goes back over to the tower along with Alara. And it's basically just you all and Morak still hanging out, except for Pip Up, who is gone, and you didn't even realize he left, most of you.
I think I've eaten my fill, and I'm like getting ready to just tuck in and like pass out, basically.
Rokas is challenging Lucy to drinking games.
Perfect.
And winning.
Well, let's see. What are we doing? If
I
we're
don't know.
chugging,
Going shot for shot, probably.
all right, let's make constitution checks.
There we go.
Oh boy.
Saving throws against poisonous alcohol.
Yeah, saving throws. Yeah.
17. You're on mute, Joe. You're still on mute, Joe.
You lit up for a second.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Nope.
How about now? How about now?
Yep.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
through
we-
your headphones.
We can hear you, though.
It did echo for a moment, but now I don't think it is.
Okay.
They
I was
sound good.
gonna ask if I had been gifted any inspirations anytime at all in this campaign. I definitely rolled a natural one.
Oh,
no.
I even picked a different die because I was putting the other one in jail, and that's like 3 natural ones tonight.
Jeez.
Rokas, what did you roll?
17.
All right. Yeah, you get a few in. You had 4 ales at least. Morak brings out a bottle of liquor for you two. You deserve it. Drink as much as you want. And I think you guys do 1 shot, and you're feeling great. And that first shot goes down the wrong tube, and blah, he spreads puke everywhere.
Oh no.
Rokas, why don't you make a dex save?
Not very good at those.
It's so bad.
6?
You get hit directly in the face with Lucy's
Nice.
puke. You win the drinking game, but now you have puke on you.
He's just gonna go like he's gonna look at her, stop for a second, finish the bottle, and then go running into the river and just doing a cannonball to like clean up.
She just claps as like she cannot believe his reaction.
And then you start
downs the
puking
bottle.
again.
Yeah. I should have stuck to ale. And she sounds like angry, like old dwarven, like almost like a dwarven accent, kind of like, I should have stuck with the ale, you know? Like just drunk and barfing.
All right, I think it's bedtime, says Morak. All right.
Lucy is gonna like drunkenly stoop her over to Cornelius and just say, I'm proud to fight alongside you.
And he sees the vomit on you. That's like, and he just
Say it with a slur though, Joe.
I'm proud to fight alongside you.
and he kind of like leans back and sees the vomit and does a quick prestidigitation to like clean you up, like
Classic.
maybe without you knowing. And he's just like, I also am honored to fight alongside you. I just hope we always fight for good in life.
Fight, yes. And then she starts stumbling toward the end.
And he kind of like puts his hand on her back and like helps guide her as
Aw,
best he can
love it.
without seeing like overbearing, like, you know.
Yeah. Just gentlemanly.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so are you all retiring for the evening then?
Yeah.
Lucy is.
Diff.
All right, so Lucy ends up sleeping in the crater. Oh, I guess Selthor was there too. He didn't do much. He had a few drinks and went back to his area.
He's drinking. Does his mother know?
I didn't say he was drinking. Oh yeah, he did have a few drinks, didn't he?
This is reporting captain now?
He's the captain now,
That's true.
as you know. So yeah, I think you guys can go ahead and mark off a long rest. Nothing happens in the night.
Fuck yeah.
You guys can kind of tell me what you're doing, but you wake to the smell of eggs and bacon down yonder. Morak is preparing breakfast. If you want to head down or do whatever you want to do.
Pip Up is already down there. When you guys get down, he was all about the bacon.
I will say I'm gonna just like be annoyingly single-minded about the food. I'm actually just gonna change some spells that I'm preparing, so I'm gonna take a second while that happens. But let's just say I'm like so focused on the food that I'm just not listening to anyone around.
Yeah.
Lucy's gonna
I
like
appreciate you making that narratively make sense for for us. But yeah, I think Morak looks at you, Pip Up, and is early bird, eh?
I don't sleep much.
Oh, all right. You know, well, I've got you, and maybe this is a conversation for everybody. Should we wait for your friends?
No, you can give me a preview.
I hate to ask of this, but I have a favor if you're able to.
He kind of like
Now,
turns his head a little bit.
yeah, you've already done enough for me. I understand that, but there's a woman that that I was quite fond of who died in the attack from the giants. And that woman, she is family, and I think it would only do her right if I was able to inform her family of her passing. I don't feel a letter is appropriate. I don't feel like I could make the journey myself. So I'm asking, and I will ask you or anyone in your party or your party altogether could maybe deliver that message to him, that she has passed. Anyway, that's the favor.
Where does this person live?
All the way in Brinshander. Have you heard of it?
That's a good question.
Far up north.
History, right?
Yeah, that'd be good.
No, I've never heard the name. Is it far?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's very far. That's why I'm asking. I could definitely not make the journey. It's a couple weeks journey. And we could give you horses, but yes. It's far north in they call it the 10 Towns. He is actually the captain of Brinshander, Captain Maxwell.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, Markham.
Well,
Maxwell's in Temple's Landing. I got confused with your guy. My guy.
I think his
about.
first name is Maxwell. It doesn't matter. Let me ask you a question.
Markham.
Like, I understand your want to have someone deliver this message in person, but it sounds like this is quite the journey. Would it not make more sense to send a letter?
More sense, maybe. But, when your sibling dies unexpectedly, a twin nonetheless, I don't think you want to hear that in a letter from someone you barely know.
Perhaps. Well, I think it would make sense to talk to everyone in a group because I don't really necessarily want to sign us up for a trip that far that we potentially won't be making on our own. But
right,
perhaps the others will have more of an insight.
Yes, no pressure. I feel weird even asking with all you've done, but I can't think of a more capable person or people that could carry out that task, and I hate the idea of him not knowing.
No, that makes sense.
So if the others wake up, Salthor comes down. He runs outside and throws up.
Amazing.
Whoa! He comes back in. He looks at you, Pip Up. He's like, I've only drank like two times before. I got, and he runs back outside again.
No, Salthor.
Lucy wakes up and kind of stretches. She's immune to disease, so I don't think she has a hangover. So I think she's kind of like, oh, Salthor. And she's all chipper. Morning, folks.
That's my puke spot. If you need it, it's over there.
I think I'll be okay, but we'll work on that later. We'll get you up to speed.
Well, okay.
Oh, to be young and foolish, right, Lucy?
I remember the days.
Aren't you like 13?
How old are you, Lucy?
No, not you, Lucy. I know you're like 40 something. Or so.
That was the joke. You found it.
Oh, Pip, you really are more than you seem to be. And she kind of like looks at him.
He's just looking. He's not even acknowledging. It's like, haha, eating bacon.
I love it.
Is that everybody?
Did we get Cornelius up?
Yeah, he's like, again, just single-mindedly devouring everything that's in front of him.
I love
And-
it. Big
yeah.
Dragonborn.
Yep.
Well, Morak, if you'd like to, the thing we spoke about earlier, if you'd like to bring it up to the group, this might be a good opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. I was telling your friend here, I had a favor, and I feel bad even asking, but I have basically there's someone who I love who died in the attack from the giants, who has a brother in another town, and he deserves to hear the news about his sister's fate, his twin sister's fate, in person. I can't make that journey myself. I'm too old at this point, and it's quite a far journey. And I hate to ask after all you all have done for us, but if your travels find you that way, or if you could set out towards Bryn Shander, which is far north of here, to let the captain, Captain Markham, know, that would be, I'd be forever in your debt, even more than I am now. And I even, might have, when he looks around, he scrapes together a small purse of coin. I could even give you this.
We'll do our best.
You'll do it?
We'll do our best.
You're going to deliver the message?
If we go that way, yeah.
This makes me I kind of stop eating and go, this makes me think of my conversation with you yesterday. We need to return to Temple's Landing. And
We also need to go help those elves.
yes. So we have much on our plate, and I do not think you'd be secure here. If we think seriously about it, would you consider going in with some of your people to Temple's Landing?
Why don't you roll persuasion with advantage?
Okay.
I like the play, Cornelius.
That sucked because it was a 1 and then a 4, so a 5 total.
I really wanted it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I gave you advantage. I just don't know.
Are you sure?
It's still too soon. It's still too soon.
I can
it's
visit
Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Temple's Landing if you can guarantee to deliver this message. Right now, I don't know what else.
Cornelius, question.
Yes.
Why is it you want Morak to go to Temple's Landing?
I use prestidigitation to create a sound behind Morak, and then I look at Pip up, and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious right now?"
It's an honest question.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morak goes in the back.
Yeah. I'm just like, that is my task, but I think it helps everyone. If it happens, I don't think otherwise.
Oh,
There's
then say
nothing
less.
for them here.
Then say less. I'll wait for him to come back.
That's it.
I don't know what that sound was, but there's a big hole in the back here. I didn't even notice
A
it.
new
yesterday.
one?
Well, it's a good thing you discovered that hole.
Come on,
Oh,
Rokus.
yeah.
We're gonna go check out the hole.
He grabs his all of his axes and just is like,
Morak,
It's the
I
same
must-
whole- it's the same.
I must compliment you. This food is actually quite good.
Thank you. Appreciate
To the
that.
to the point where I feel like your talents are rather isolated up here.
We get people coming in every. We get frequent visitors.
I mean, how long have you been cooking?
Born and raised, it's been 30 plus years.
Oh, that's long.
Oh yeah.
It shows your expertise in your skill is well renowned.
Well, thank you.
You know, I think Cornelius raises a good point, though. I think you should come back with us at Temple's Landing.
Well, like I said, I would hate to abandon everyone here. And I think there's plenty of restaurants in Temple's Landing right now, right? Isn't there those two?
There are a few that are up and coming, but I will say that there are lots of benefits to being in that area. I know for a fact that there's lots of ships coming and going. It could be very easy for us to get a ship that take us to the. You said where was this town again?
Oh yes,
Shandare?
close.
Shandare?
Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander, that's right. Bryn
In the
Shander,
10
yes.
towns.
I'm sure we could get a ship to take us even faster to that area from Temple's Landing as well.
Mm.
And as I said before, you know, I've been speaking to a lot of townsfolk around this area, and you know, I think that Nightstone is really in a good spot. You know, the threats have been dealt with. The giants don't seem to be a threat any longer. We've repelled the orcs. The town's in good footing. I think that they're in a fine spot, and I think the talents that you have are, you know, I don't want to say squandered per se, but I think that some of your culinary expertise would be quite a gem, quite a boon for the people of Temple's Landing.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Who wants to roll a perception check on what Pip's doing?
oh wait, I'm not there.
No, if you're not there, then yeah, okay.
Oh, we
South
might have walked
Orville.
back by now.
Nope.
Oh,
Salthor rolled an
fucking
8.
A. Is that a advantage or no?
I think Cornelius's bad rolls kind of set you back a little bit, so just be
Well,
straight.
That's
right.
unfortunate. 13.
Okay. Set you back as far as that goes, but I think he's coming around. You know, I could go and visit, check out what's going on in Temple's Landing, stay for a little while, like Cornelius suggested. I think, you know, going back and forth might be beneficial for us as we rebuild here. And based on your words and what you've done for us, I would even consider staying there, but got to try before you buy, am I right?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a wise choice.
But I ask that you please make your way to Bryn Shander.
I'll tell you
Del-
what. Do you have a copy of this letter?
There's no letter. This was.
Oh, just a verbal.
Yes, I can draft. I should draft. I will draft up a letter. You're right.
I'll tell you what. Draft up 2 copies of the letter. Give one to myself. And if I find myself anywhere close to that vicinity, I will deliver it myself and give him a verbal rendition of it. No promises as of right this second, but I figure for the time being, that's a good compromise.
Okay. I'll give you. Okay. And he goes back. Excuse me. And he goes back to write. Trying to find parchment and a pen or whatever. And
Okay. As soon as he's out of earshot, he'll turn to Cornelius and go, "There you are, sir."
Thank you, Pip. He just keeps eating.
I think right then too, we're gonna walk back in and we'll be chatting, and I'll be like, "It's the same hole. I thought it was a new hole. It's the same freaking hole."
No. It's new.
I don't know about that. I think it's the same hole.
I think it's new. I'd remember a hole being here.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
No, you're probably right.
All right. So Morak's busy writing. You guys finish your breakfasts. All right. So now what, guys? What do we do?
We gotta go help the elves.
Oh, we want to see if we can find the elves?
Yeah. Their whole town was under attack by the orcs.
Yeah, but were you there when Alara told Pippa what Ron said when he left?
I think I wasn't there.
Oh, you were probably having the I can't say it. Anyway,
Not unless you want to get demonetized.
no, I don't
That'd be a shame.
Is that like demonic, like the devils?
Yeah.
Demonic ties? No, man. Anyway, yeah, no, he like Alara gave these cool boots that Pip-Up has on. They're cool. They're magical too. I heard. Yeah, you had a boot. You just weren't listening. You were there. You were holding the boot.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So like Ron was like, I'm leaving. I'm making sure you're good. But like also like I don't want you to burden you anymore. And thank you so much for your help. But I'm leaving, is what she said, he said. And then we came here, but because we didn't notice at first, and now we're back. So we can go try and find him for sure. I'm just saying. That's what he had said. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do.
Well, if we don't go to talk to the elves, then what other things do we have to accomplish, I suppose?
Bryn Shander sounds very far away.
It does sound very far away.
Yeah, that, or I guess going back to Temple's Landing to report back on what we've learned.
I don't suppose that's a bad idea. I would like to see Rond, but it certainly sounds like he made up his mind to move on without us.
Agreed. Every time.
Look, the cat's in here too. I thought they were just in the keep. They're everywhere.
It's all the holes in the wall. You can't keep them out.
Ah, okay, yeah. That seems like the same cat. It probably came for breakfast. That makes sense.
Well, I suppose we're going back to Temple's Landing then.
All right.
I think that's fine. I think Lucy wants to talk to Daphne before we leave.
Okay, yeah. We don't have to move everyone around again. Basically, you guys all, well, Lucy, you head up towards the keep. Are others going with her? Are you announcing that, I should say?
Yeah. I'll ask it. Basically, she's gonna do this on. Well, she's not that sly actually. She's gonna say I'd like to talk to Daphne before I leave, basically out loud, and gonna sing it to Selthor, like not asking for permission, more like that's what we're doing, but wanting it to be his idea.
Got it. Yeah, we should go talk to Daphne. You're right. We can't leave without at least saying goodbye, right?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Lucy, I think you should lead the way, but it's because of what I am saying, and what we're doing.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll walk next to each other, but you can do the talking.
Perfect. I will follow your order on this one. Thank you, Selthar.
Yeah. Anyone else want to come?
Yes, I'll tag along as well.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Rokas, man, you're like a lone wolf over there.
Lone bacon eating wolf.
Bacon machine. All right, we'll just say that you meet up to her. Meet up with her.
Are we in the keep?
Yeah, you guys are all in the keep.
Okay, that's fine.
She doesn't have armor for you.
No, that's fine.
I'm just joking.
Daphne, we wanted to come and pay our respects one last time, and I actually had some questions for you if you have a moment before we head back to Temple's Landing.
Yes, of course. You're heading back?
I think it's that time. We helped last night clean up the inn a bit before dinner and celebrated, and would again like to express our gratitude for what you guys said, the kind words, and fed us and put us up last night. I know that it was adding more stress onto a stressful occasion, but it was a way to start rebuilding, and it was a fun occasion, and I think it meant a lot to all of us. So
She touches your arm. Look, it's the least we could do, honestly. We owe you our lives.
and then Lucy just kind of like bows her head a little bit. Let's a brief moment pass, and then she pulls out the ring that she grabbed and says, I wanted to let you know I pulled this off one of the men that we killed, and I wanted to ask you about the Zentarim threat. Have you heard of that or caught any wind of it?
There was Zentrum here.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are always aware of our strategic positioning and fortified, town, and how it could be appealing to those both do-gooders and evildoers, or bad doers, if you will. But
Sure.
so we're always on guard for that. But we didn't know there was a plan in motion recently. This happened, I assume, after a giant attack.
Yes, of course, I don't know if it was all related, but it seemed to have been after that, amidst the chaos. So, Selthor and I were charged with ensuring that it didn't go any further. So, I do hope that is the case, given what occurred. So, and then she kind of looks to Selthor and just says, "Thank you again, Selthor."
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we heard. I was from London Tower. We heard. We're part of the Order of the Gauntlets. We heard there might be some Zenerum activity here. I told her.
You're doing great, buddy.
So we came here, and then all the crazy stuff happened, and then there was Zenerum action here. Right? Crazy. I know. So so we killed them and all that. But they were trying to they had a plot going. There was this lady, and she was like, I'm just a traveling person. But she wasn't. She was Zenerum. And then she brought in her other guys, and they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna take over this town and make it our own Zenerum hub. And they were like, oh my gosh. And then we're like, not on our watch. And then we killed them. Barda, R.I.P. She was my friend. Anyway, she died. Anyway, so that's what Lucy's talking about. And then Daphne's like, oh, quite a story. Wow, thank you. Usually this is the leader of the town would be privy to that information, and of course I was around, but yeah, we've had insurrections before, from others that we've been able to root out, but sound like they got pretty close this time.
Mm. Can Lucy do an insight check just to make sure she's genuine?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Oh sweet. 17.
Yeah, Daphne's legitimate.
Cool.
She has no idea. Everything she said to you is true.
Cool. Well, Lucy takes back the conversation and just says, well, that makes sense. I understand that that wouldn't be something you really had to put too much thought behind, but now, given the landscape, I wanted to make sure you were aware, knowing that as part of the rebuild and in the town's vulnerable state, hopefully that is squashed. But if you do need us, we are going back to Temple's Landing as of now, but that might be a place you could begin to seek us out.
Very well. I appreciate it.
And she just kind of bows again and moves her head a little bit, and she's ready to go.
Perfect. Yeah, she'll let you go.
One last thing, Daphne, too. I had a question for you.
Yes.
I was tasked to come up here and take a look at the stone you had in the center of town, and by the time I got here, it had vanished.
Right.
Is there any additional information that you or anyone else in the town might know of that I can report back for, or?
Well, I'm glad you asked. That's actually a little bit of a fun and research that I partook in while I was bored, if you will. The Nightstone. The reason we're called Nightstone, right? It was a beautiful obsidian rock in the middle of our town. Had a magical essence to it. I'm sure you've heard that already. That's fairly obvious. Runes etched across it. I was able to research this as there were people that would come in often and research it and say, oh, and write down notes. And they never really found anything. We were able to find some research that makes us think, and we're not sure, back a long time ago when before us small folk, as they say, there were giants and there were dragons, and they fought often. And a lot of times, the giants would have these stones similar to the Nightstone that would either detect or deter dragons. Just a theory, but we're thinking that's maybe why it was glowing the way it was, and
Interesting.
Now that I think about it, it might be a reason why. I don't know why the Giants would want it now. It's been sitting here for hundreds of years, and I'm not sure. But just a working theory we had. It was actually something that I was very, very keen. As the lady in waiting, I was doing a lot of waiting, so I did a lot of research, and we were able to find that is one possible use of such a rune, such a stone.
Interesting. I don't suppose you have any copies of these findings at all, do you? Or
yes. Let me look. She's gone for about 5 minutes. Comes back with a few tomes, pretty battered. Some pages are like not fully in it, if you will. Like if you open it, like the binding's a little broken. Yes, I was able to find some of that information in these. Honestly, you're willing. I've already taken notes on these. You're willing. You can have them.
I would love that. Thank you.
Of course. Oh, they are written in giant, as you can see. So
yes.
If you speak it, that's perfect. But
well, I don't. But he's gonna look at Rokas. I guess Rokas isn't there, is he?
He tagged along later, covered in bacon grease.
Pip's gonna turn and look. Actually, I think I have one of my friends who, never on second thought, I'll do it myself.
Lucy also speaks giant, so she raises her hand.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
And I believe, background-wise, she's really good at. No, never mind. That doesn't help. Yep, she raises her hand.
Excellent. There we go. We've got a project then, Lucy.
I look forward to it.
Well, thank you, Daphne. I appreciate your help.
Of course, I'm glad someone else shows interest in the Nightstone.
I'm curious about the dragons. That's not what I expected to hear.
I mean, yeah, you can kind of read for yourself there, but yeah, that's a possibility. I'm sure there's a lot of mystery.
Interesting theory, yes.
In the old times, so.
Okay. Well, we'll take our leave then. Thank you.
Very well. Safe travels.
Hmm.
Cool.
Thanks, you too.
Oh, I am not going. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, where are y'all heading? It sounded like you said you wanted to head out. So, how are you doing that?
I'm gonna go talk to Alara Winterspell and just let her know we're heading that way, and ask if any of her other compatriots have decided to come too.
Okay, roll one more persuasion check, flat.
Natural 1.
She smacks you across the face and says, "I'm not going anywhere with you." No, she gets nobody else. No one else will go. Everyone's staying. But she will still go. Based on your previous roll. I don't want to rob you of that. So.
Well, thanks.
You're right.
He just drops dead.
Yep. Oh, and halfway there she dies. Yeah, exactly. Alias, get out of there.
Yeah, I think we're just heading back.
I think so too. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything special.
All right, so
I think Lucy would drop a quick goodbye to Morak, just like, oh, thanks again.
He is coming with us, or he's going to come visit.
So I'm trying to think what makes sense, because if you guys are just picking up and leaving, that's way different than like getting a caravan ready of multiple people to then travel and stay there for a while.
Would we need to do that? Is that something that we would need to do?
If you want Morak, and Alara and maybe some others to go, it would be like a wagon and
all right. We
horses.
can kill time then if that's what we need.
We can do all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Cool.
Okay, where are you guys hanging out?
Pip's gonna hang out just right by the gate, I think.
I'll kind of be doing whatever, like trying to help with any manual labor or injuries or whatever type stuff that needs to be done at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be looking to see if anyone needs anything else lifted, right?
Okay.
Boulders moved, that kind of physical labor, basically.
Sounds good. I think for the sake of time, we could say, yeah, you guys are all doing that stuff. Rokas, I think while you're waiting, you see Destiny.
God.
Kind of over by her door.
I'm
That
gonna.
gives you like a,
Yeah, I'll go approach her and say, it was lovely meeting you and spending time together, but I must away. And I'm going to give her a rock that I tell her is special, but it's just a rock.
she looks at it and just tosses it over her shoulder and is like, "It was a pleasure."
And then he walks off.
Dude, she's a player.
Darn right she is. All right. So yeah, I think for the sake of time, well, not really, but just for the sake of narrative, there's really nothing more to say about that. So yeah, I think there's like 2 horses, a caravan. Morak's got his stuff, kind of on the cart. Alara and him are ready to go. Salthor is with you guys. You notice they're all piling the smaller rocks of the attack into like where the Nightstone was set. So they're kind of making like a stone like pile / tower where the Nightstone was. Off to a different area, there's the bonfire where they kind of burn the dead, and then in the top left is where like the cemetery is, where you see some of the more fresh graves are, where like Torum, and they asked you if you want to take Barda's body back or you want to leave it there and bury it there. And Selthor says, she might want to, I don't know. What do we do for this stuff, guys? I've never even thought about it. I'm so young. I'll never die.
You knew her best, Selthor. What do you think?
All right. Can we put her on the cart? I think she should probably go back.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, she might have
You
family
want-
there.
Alright.
She was my friend, but like, I don't know. I didn't really know her at all, to be honest with you.
Well,
But we're friends. All right, cool. So yeah, all that happens. So, I think we can start heading out. So you see, Sidiri and Kayleen lower the bridge, and then you want to give me marching order real quick as we're kind of exiting.
Aruk and Lucy in the front.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah,
I'll be
let's
Rook and
go ahead
Lucy.
and
And by
exit.
Aruk, you mean Rokus?
Whatever my name is.
So
No, we have a
Rokas-
level 6 or 7 druid now too, guys.
I think
so
Pip will
up-
be in the middle, I guess.
All right.
I guess it's just one big layer of middle because I'd be there too.
All right. Does this look okay? I guess.
I like that. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So as you start to make your way out of town, the two in the town raise the bridge back up. You guys start basically heading south towards Temple's Landing. And then what you see is, why don't you guys all roll perception check?
Ooh,
Boy,
this is fun.
I don't love this.
It's an elf.
5.
Ooh, heyo. Perception?
Yep.
21.
9.
19.
19, 21. So that's Cornelius and Pip up.
5 for Rokas.
9 for Lucy.
9. All right. So only two of you. For whatever reason, Cornelius and Pip up, your eyes like look up as you're walking through. You kind of look up into the sky and you see a cloud, and that cloud is moving. What you see is an enormous floating tower.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
It's
what?
floating on a billowy cloud 1,000 feet overhead. The tower must be hundreds of feet tall, and its spire looks strangely like a pointy wizard hat.
Did you say 100 feet tall?
Yes, it's 100 feet tall.
Oh my god.
The tower is. As the tower drifts closer, so it starts to get closer to you, and as it gets closer,
Mm.
you see stairs made of clouds begin to form underneath it and descend towards you.
The fuck?
That's
And
so
I'll let
cool.
you guys have a reaction to that. So you all see it at this point.
Rokas will start going up the stairs.
Oh god.
What Rokas sees at the top of the stairs is a
Blurry
26
purple
foot
thing.
tall,
What?
What?
what looks to be like a cloud giant descending, looks at Rokas as he has 1 foot up, and he is towering over Rokas. You all, for perspective, you all are like toddlers. Like you come up to his knee.
Even me?
You maybe come up to his mid to maybe his hip. You come up to his hip. Everyone else is about knee to thigh height. And he looks at you all and he goes, "Hello, little ones. There you are."
I prefer the term medium one.
And that's where we're going to end.
Cool.
Very cool. What?
All right.
Yeah.
What?
What?
I don't
What
understand.
the
This is
fuck?
so cool.
So just to clarify, he looked at you happy and knowingly and said, "Hello, little ones. There you are."
Ooh.
Okay, so not menacingly.
No,
Inside check.
a big
Right.
a big group It's almost goofy, like a big grin.
Okay.
Hello.
I don't like
Makes
And
it.
me
that's
think
where
of
we'll
like,
end.
I don't like it.
Wow.
What's it called? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like something like that.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. Lucy does yell at Rokas in Dwarvish. Didn't your mom teach you not to walk up cloud steps that just formed?
God.
Yeah.
And then responding in Dwarvish, no, she never mentioned it.
Your mom's a cloud step.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
we go.
thank you all. Appreciate it. A little storytelling heavy, but I think it was good, and we
Yeah.
got to where
Yeah, that's fun.
It's a good
we
return.
might be going next. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Until next time, right?
Till
See you,
next time.
follower.
Yeah. See you two people.
That's right, baby.
Oh yeah.